Hey everyone, so today we're going to find out which cooking system is better, the JetBoil Stash or the MSR Pocket Rocket II. I'm Nomadic Neil, and let's get into it. So today we're at Mickasaw Provincial Park in Ontario. It's close to Algonquin Park, maybe about 40 minutes south of North Bay, Ontario. And we're going to be reviewing the JetBoil Stash system and the MSR Pocket Rocket II. And these are both cooking options for backpacking or camping. First thing I want to start off with is the size and the ease of use of both of them. So the Stash is called the Stash for a reason. It stashes all into this one nice little small compartment. The MSR comes with this nice little carrying case, and this is your boiler / stove system here. But you do need to purchase a pot to boil in and a fuel source. Obviously both of them you need to purchase a fuel source. This one has to be carried separately, whereas the Stash has a nice feature where it's actually stored on the inside of the canister. Between the two of them, I definitely prefer the JetBoil Stash because it comes in one nice, easy to carry compartment and it fits perfectly inside your backpack. Okay, so now we're going to set up the two stove systems and we're going to see how easily they go together. Start with the MSR. It comes in this nice little red carrying case which keeps it safe while it's floating around in your backpack. Once you take it out, you have three little fins that just fold out and flip up. And this is going to create the surface that you put your pot or canister on that you're going to use for boiling. And then once that's done, all you do is just take it and screw it onto our fuel system, and you're pretty much good to go. I said that I purchased this aluminum pot. It's about 15 bucks. It's got two pull-out handles. It's pretty standard, and that's just going to go ahead and sit right on top. Now with the JetBoil Stash system, look down the hand, pull the top off. Your fuel canister is actually attached right to the bottom of it, and you're also stored inside the stove, which comes with a nice little carrying case and a platform. This comes in handy for the fuel system if you happen to be on uneven terrain, or if you're in the rocks, or if you're backpacking or something like that and you don't have a nice picnic table in order to set it on. The fuel system does clip into the bottom, so it's actually quite secure once you get it up and running. And here we have our stove, which has three twist out flaps, which is going to support your cooking system. And our pot's going to sit right on top. One thing I would like to mention at the JetBoil Stash over the MSR is if you look at the MSR, it's all one level. There are grips on it, but it's just a matter of balancing the pot on top, whereas the JetBoil has these grooves in here which are going to sit on the bottom of the pot, and it's going to make it a little bit more secure. So once the water starts boiling, your pot's not going to be rocking around all over the place. Next, I want to talk about the weight and size of the two different ones that we have. The JetBoil comes in significantly lighter between the pot, the stove, and the fuel system. We can get the MSR down to a little bit lighter of a weight if I didn't go with this aluminum pot here. This one, the JetBoil is significantly lighter, but it's going to be more expensive. So the JetBoil system overall does come in at about $180, which is Canadian, which is significantly more than the MSR, which is about $79 just for the stove. As you can see, both stoves are about the same size when they're set up. If I had a bigger fuel source on the JetBoil, you would see it sit roughly at about the same height as the MSR. Alright, so now for the moment of truth. What we're going to do is we've got 500 milliliters of water in each container. We're going to put it on the boiling system, and we're going to see which one comes to a boil first. I do want to make a little comment though. As you can kind of see, there's a little bit of water all over the table here. I actually had the silver pot on the MSR system, and I dropped it because there's no grooves to hold it up there. So just one of the features, having the JetBoil makes it a little bit nicer. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and light them, and we're going to run them at full power. So I shut off the JetBoil because we did have a full boil at this point. We're just waiting to see how longer the MSR system's going to take. Alright, so we finally achieved a boil through the MSR system. You can tell it's about a minute longer than the JetBoil system. And while it was sitting here, I could feel significantly more heat blowing off that stove while it was creating the boil. So there's a lot of inefficiency there. Now, if I were to put the JetBoil pot on top of the MSR system, I'm sure we'd have faster times. But the difference here is that you have an expensive system that's all contained in one versus a slightly less expensive system for maybe a new backpacker or someone who's just getting into the sport altogether. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up below and subscribe for more adventure videos just like this one.